Welcome to the Surpassing Your Limits channel. Today we are going to deepen your knowledge of the Word of God and strengthen your faith. I recommend that you visit our channel. There you will find many uplifting resources that can help you on your journey of faith. We will offer Bible studies and reflections on the Word of God. Sign up now and start getting inspired. And now, let's begin our study of Psalm 123, one of the Roma Gem Psalms, which were sung by pilgrims going up to Jerusalem to worship in the temple. Psalm 123 begins with the following sentence, "To you I lift up my eyes, O you who dwell in the heavens." This phrase is an acknowledgement of the sovereignty of God, who is above everyone and everything and who is worthy of our worship. When we raise our eyes to heaven, we remember that there is a God who is in control of all things and who has the power to change any situation. In verse 2, the psalmist asks for God's help, as the eyes of servants are on the hand of their masters, and the eyes of a handmaid on the hand of her mistress, so our eyes are on the Lord our God, hoping He will have mercy on us. Here the psalmist compares his position to that of a servant who is completely dependent on his master. He recognizes that his only hope is in God, and he hopes that the Lord will have mercy on him and help him in his need. In verse 3, the psalmist describes the situation in which he and his people find themselves. "Mercy, Lord, mercy, for we have had enough of ridicule." They are being mocked and ridiculed by their enemies, and this is causing them great suffering. However, instead of getting discouraged or giving up, they keep trusting God and asking for His mercy. Finally, in verse 4, the psalm ends with an expression of trust in God. "Our soul is filled with the scorn of those who take their will, and the scorn of the proud." The psalmist recognizes that his enemies are proud and feel in control, but he does not let this down. Instead, he trusts God and knows that one day the proud will be humbled and justice will be done. Psalm 123 is a psalm of trust and dependence on God. It reminds us that no matter what circumstances we find ourselves in, we can lift our eyes to heaven and trust in the Lord who dwells there. He teaches us to ask God for help in our need and to trust in His mercy. And it encourages us not to give up, but to remain steadfast in our faith, even in the face of ridicule and scorn from those around us. May this psalm inspire us to trust God more and more and to depend completely on Him in all areas of our lives. May we lift our eyes to heaven and find the help and comfort we need there. And may we continue to trust God, even when everything seems contrary. Finally, Psalm 123 encourages us to remain steadfast in our faith, even in the face of the ridicule and scorn of those around us. The psalmist recognizes that his enemies are proud and feel in control, but he does not let this down. Instead, he trusts God and knows that one day the proud will be humbled and justice will be done. This teaches us to keep our hope in God, even when circumstances seem contrary, knowing that He is faithful and just. In conclusion, Psalm 123 invites us to an attitude of humility before God, to trust in His help in difficult times and to persevere in faith, even in the face of opposition. These teachings are precious to all of us as we seek to live a life of faith and devotion to God. Therefore, I invite everyone to subscribe to the Surpassing Your Limits channel, to continue learning about the Word of God and to grow in faith. There you will find uplifting and inspiring content to help you strengthen your walk with God. May the Lord bless us and guide us always in His will. Thanks.